Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Story Time. I'm Miss Michelle, and today we're going to learn something about leaves. Have any of you noticed that the leaves on your trees aren't all green anymore? I noticed that. Look, I picked a few off my tree. This is what the leaves normally look like on our maple tree, but they've started to change colors. Look at these. What color are those? Yellow, that's right. And look at these, orange leaves, and there's purple leaves and brown leaves. And sometimes the leaves are all curled up and they crunch. Do you ever wonder why? Well, Pip did. Pip is a squirrel, and we are going to read a little bit about leaf trouble. Leaf Trouble by Jonathan Emmett, illustrated by Carolyn Jane Church. A fresh breeze blew across the woodland, tickling the tall grass and trembling the trees. Summer had left and autumn had arrived. Pip Squirrel stuck his head out of the nest and sniffed the air. Something's changed, he decided, and he scampered off to find out what it was. Pip's nest was in an old oak tree. Pip loved the old tree, and he knew every bit of it, from twig to trunk. But something was happening to the tree. It was happening so slowly that Pip hadn't noticed it until now. He skittered to a stop and stared at the leaves beside him. He was so surprised that he let go of the trunk. "Wah!" squealed Pip as he tumbled down through the branches and landed, oof, on the woodland floor. Pip lay there for a moment, staring up at the leaves. "They've changed color," he gasped. And he was right. The last time Pip had looked closely at the leaves, they had all been green. But now there were lots of colors, yellow and orange and even red. As Pip watched, one of the leaves dropped off and drifted down toward the ground. He jumped up and ran after it and caught it in his paws. But even as he reached it, another leaf began to fall. Pip ran after the second leaf and just managed to catch it before it touched the woodland floor. "Not again!" gasped Pip as the third leaf began to fall. Pip was still racing around, trying to catch the falling leaves, when his sister Blossom scurried up. "Good!" panted Pip. "You're just in time." "Just in time for what?" asked Blossom. "To help save the tree," puffed Pip. "It's falling to pieces." "But that's been happening for days," said Blossom, pointing to the leaf-covered ground. "Then we've got to stop it now," insisted Pip. Pip and Blossom collected all the fallen leaves into a big pile. "Now what?" asked Blossom. "We put them back," said Pip. So Blossom carried the leaves up into the tree, where Pip tried to stick them back on to the branches. But it didn't work very well. Then, all of a sudden, there was a huge gust of wind, and hundreds of leaves began to fall. Pip and Blossom were scrambling around frantically, trying to gather them, when Mom Squirrel arrived. "What are you two up to?" she asked. When Mom found out what Pip and Blossom had been doing, she couldn't help smiling. "But Pip," she said, "the tree has to lose its leaves." She explained that taking care of the leaves was hard work for the tree, and that after keeping them all summer, it needed to rest for a while. "But I love this tree," said Pip sadly. "It's our home, and I want it back the way it was." "It will be," said Mom. "When spring comes, the leaves will come back again. They've only gone away for a while." "Like when the sun sets and then comes back again?" said Pip. "Like when the sun sets," Mom agreed, "except the leaves will take just a little longer to come back." Pip, Blossom, and Mom played beneath the old oak tree until sunset. Before they left, they collected the leaves to take back to their nest. "They're such beautiful colors," said Pip, smiling, "and now I understand why." He held up a pawful of leaves to show Blossom and Mom. "They're the colors of the sunset," said Pip. The end. Thanks for joining me. Now Miss Linda has a story for us.
When the Leaf Blew In by Stephen Metzger, illustrated by Kelly Lewis. One windy autumn day, the little leaf let go of the tree branch. Whoo! She blew in the wind, round and round. When the leaf blew in, she tickled the cow's nose, and the cow sneezed. Ah, 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 achoo! Then the cow sneezed again. Achoo! She blew the spider right out of the web. Oh no! Yelled the spider as it landed right on the owl. When the spider landed on the owl flew into the air and swooped out of the barn. When the owl swooped out of the barn, she startled the pig, and the pig dove into the mud. Squish! When the pig dove into the mud with a squish, mud splashed all over the goat, and the goat kicked the bucket. When the goat kicked over the bucket, it hit the chicken, and the chicken span round and round. I'm getting dizzy. When the chicken spun round and round, the horse yelled, "Watch where you're going!" And he reared up and neighed. Neigh! When the horse reared up and neighed, the sheep leapt over a barrel. Maa! When the sheep leapt over the barrel, there was no place for the duck to go, so the duck jumped into the pond with a great big splash. When the duck jumped into the pond, the frog hopped onto the nearest lily pad. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Just then a dragonfly buzzed across the sky. Bzzz. When the dragonfly buzzed across the sky, he buzzed in the dog's ear. Bzzz. The dog woke up with a start and chased the squirrel, barking and carrying on. Arf, 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 arf. When the dog woke up and chased the squirrel ran as fast as he could. "Watch out, Robin! He's trying to catch me!" And the robin flew up into the tree. When the robin flew into the tree, a little leaf let go of the branch. Whoo! It went round and round in the wind, headed right for the barn, and that leaf blew in. The end. Oops! Nope, the story begins again.
That was a fun book, What the Leaf Blew In. Okay, now we're going to sing a little song. It goes to the tune of The Wheels on the Bus, and I've got the words. I'd like you to sing along from home. You ready? Okay, here we go. The leaves on the trees are orange and brown, orange and brown, orange and brown. The leaves on the trees are orange and brown all over town. The leaves on the trees are falling down, falling down, falling down. The leaves on the trees are falling down all over town. The leaves in the wind blow round and round, round and round, round and round. The leaves in the wind blow round and round all over town. The leaves on the ground go crunch, 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 crunch. The leaves on the ground go crunch, crunch, crunch all over town. Thanks for joining us. We hope you enjoy the leaves in your yard and in your neighborhoods. See you soon.